can't believe I did it. Watch me now. Watch me get higher and higher and higher. I got my first car. I left my house with nothing. Hi guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing really well. I don't know how many of y'all are from Instagram and I don't know how many of y'all know this, but I just fulfilled one of my biggest dreams. I got my first car. Oh my god, I still can't believe it. Just feels so surreal. Every time I sit in the car, I'm just like, fuck, I can't believe I did this. So I've loved cars since the day I've known cars. Like, I think my family has had a car since the day I was born or before I was even born. Anytime anyone would say, who wants to go on a ride in the car, I'd be the first one to be like, I want to go. Anytime you ask me, I'd be like, I want to go. Just put me in the car and take me anywhere. I will not complain. I will not tell anything. I'll just come quietly like a puppy dog because I just love being inside the car. As I grew up, my family bought like 2-3 cars, and although it was not a great experience to be in the car as a woman because you're not allowed to speak, you're not allowed to hear music, you're not allowed to laugh or anything, but just still being in the car made me so happy. Even if that person is a new driver, doesn't know to drive really well, I don't care. Just put me in the car, take me anywhere, I'm coming. So like, I've dreamt of having my own car for a very, very, very long time now. Since a very young age, I've wanted to have my own car. After I got married, I would keep telling Sean, we need to buy a car, we need to buy a car. I would only keep telling him about that. I would never say, we need to invest in a land, we need to invest in gold, we need to invest in buying a house or whatever, because that was never in my priority list. I know car is a depreciation and it's not the best financial choice, but it was always my biggest dream. Like, that would be the only thing that would be on my mind at all times. But we couldn't really at that time because we did not have that kind of money. And after we moved into this house, to be very honest, our financial condition got even worse because our bills got tripled from what it was in the previous house. At least in the previous house, after paying all the bills, I would be able to save a little bit of money, but in this house I was just not able to. In fact, just paying the bills was such a struggle every month. But because I loved this house and loved staying in this house, I never tried to move. I would just do something or find a way to, meet ends. And after all the bills are paid, I would hardly have any money in my hand. I would just have like 3 or 4,000 in my account, which I would have to use for the rest of the month. Even at that point, I did want to buy a car, but it was not something that was even closely attainable. For 1.5 years, life just kept going like this. In fact, there were months where I couldn't even pay my bills. I would take some money from my friends and then I would pay the bill, and then somehow I'll try to give them back the money little by little. So the condition was pretty worse, which I never showed anywhere. I still remember very, very well. We were supposed to leave to Vaksana Farms in the morning, so we had booked a BlaBla for the next morning. BlaBla is basically a cab service where you can share the cab with people who are traveling to the same destination. So in one car, 3 people can go, and the price will be a little lower, but you can sit conveniently and comfortably in the car and go. So we had booked that service, and night I went to sleep thinking, I'm gonna sit comfortably and go. I'm not gonna go by bus or by bike or anything, because by bike I can't travel for too long. My back starts hurting, my ass starts hurting, like every part of my body starts hurting. By bus we can go, but if we go by bus, we have to get down at a place, and from there we need to find a way to reach that place because it's inside a village, so it's a bit difficult. But because we booked BlaBla, I was very happily I went and slept, because one is I'm going by car, second is I'm gonna go sit comfortably and go. I'm not gonna have difficulty in traveling. So this is the mindset I went and slept with. Next morning we got ready, and right before we could leave, the guy cancelled on us. We tried booking other BlaBlas, none of them were accepting, and then Sean was like, we can either go by bike or we can go by bus. Because I had already made up my mind that I'm gonna sit comfortably and go, I just couldn't accept going by bike or bus. Normally I adjust and go by bike. I've traveled to Virupuram by bike, I've traveled to Pondi by bike, I've gone by bus. Like, there has been no place I've stood and I've gone to Pondi, I've stood in the train and gone to Virupuram. So it's not like I've not traveled in a very bad condition. But that particular day, I don't know, I just couldn't. My mind and body was just not willing to sit uncomfortably and go. And that day, because this whole thing happened, eyes filled up and I was at the verge of crying, because I was just so angry at my situation that it's been so many years and I felt like I've not gotten anywhere. Like, I couldn't even fulfill this one dream of mine, that is of getting a car. We don't even have a second-hand car to be able to comfortably travel somewhere. Like, I felt so angry at how bad my situation had gotten. That day I told Sean, I need to buy a car as soon as possible. I don't care if it's new, if it's old, if it's in a good condition, if it's in a bad condition. I just don't care. Some car is better than no car, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes to buy a car. I was so angry, but at that moment we needed needed to figure out how to go to that place. So I immediately called one of my friend and asked him for his car. So basically he has two cars. One is Honda City and one is Santro. So the Santro he uses for like rough and spare use, and he uses his Honda City for like traveling and this and that. And that day he told us that his Honda City is not in Chennai, it's in his hometown. So right now I only have Santro. If you want to take that, you can take. But that car does not have an AC, it does not have a sound system, or it does not have a power steering. In fact, the steering is really hard. So you see, if you're okay with going in that, you can take that and go. And I was just like, any car is better than no car. I'm okay with going in that car. Let's just go get that car from him and let's just leave for now. We travel from here to his location by our scooty. We leave our scooty there. We get his car. We go to Vaksana Farms. And from there, our hometown is very close by. So we thought we'll drop by, just say hi to Sean's parents and leave. Now, while leaving, I forgot that we have to give the car back to him and come by scooty. We got like watermelon, we got a few more fruits, and we got some luggages and all that, and we were coming. And then it hit me that, we're gonna go by scooty to our home. We can't carry all this, but we had almost come halfway. So it's not like we could go back again. So now when we gave the car back to him while we were coming back by scooty, literally I had a bag and then one more bag on top of that. And then Sean was sitting and driving. He had a bag. And then in the scooty, there's a space in front. There was one bag, and on top of that, there was a watermelon. And then we were traveling like that and coming. And it just felt, I understand this is like a first world problem, but I've not lived that kind of lifestyle. I come from a pretty well-to-do family, and this is not how I lived my life. Although for the first few years I did struggle, this particular day reality hit me so hard, and constantly I was just feeling like I've fallen so down in my life, like I've not gotten anywhere in my life, and it's been 4 years and I've not done anything. Is this the life that I left everything and came for? The reality hit me so hard. It was so difficult for me to cope with that one day. After I came home, I broke down like anything, and I just couldn't bear the thought of how my life had turned out to be from what I imagined it'd be. Now after coming back, I was very serious, and I was telling Sean, I'm being very serious, I need to buy a car, tell me what I should do. And then we started seeing second-hand cars on Spinny and other places and all that. Every car that we were seeing on Spinny or anywhere else, everything was like 3.5, 4 or 5 lakhs. The most basicest car and a very old car was also like 3.5, 4 lakhs, 5 lakhs. And at that point, I had literally 11,000 of savings, not more than that. And that savings I've been doing for the past 1.5, 2 years or something. So I didn't have any money, and he was telling me, see, even if you have to get a second-hand car, you have to save a little bit of money and then get a loan. At that point, when he told me that, it seemed extremely impossible, because we were hardly meeting ends. I'm telling you, we were hardly meeting ends. So being able to save was just something that seemed extremely impossible. And suddenly this weird kind of, I know it sounds very like, movie typish, but suddenly this desperation came in me. I suddenly got extremely angry and desperate, but I channeled that anger in not a negative way, and I started focusing more on my work, creating more quality content. I started doing whatever that was in my control. Brands reaching out to me is not in my control, but what is in my control is I can put out quality content and build my community. I can take care of my mental health, I can take care of my physical health. Maybe I was just thinking, if I improve myself and get better in my area of control, outer factors will automatically start happening for me. And I just kept doing it. In my head, it was like, even if I save 20,000 a month, it'll take me 5 months to save 1 lakh. And saving 20,000 at that point seemed extremely impossible, because like I said, we were literally just trying to meet ends. So being able to save 20,000 is like a huge amount, but I still kept doing whatever I could. It got a little better, it got a little easier. I started getting more work, I started getting paid a little bit more. In fact, I even got another job offer. Basically, it was my friend. She needed someone to do social media, although I'm not a social media manager. She just wanted someone who can keep her Instagram account active. What are the chances that after I decided this only, I got this job, and I took it immediately, and I started going there. So I got a little bit money from that. I got a little extra money from my content creation as well. Like, I was getting a little bit better work, my community was growing a little bit better. And even though all of this was happening, I was terrified inside, because even if I save 20,000 a month, it would take me 5 months to save 1 lakh. So like, if I take 1 lakh and what is the guarantee that I'll get a loan for the rest of the amount? So that was also there. I spoke to my best friend and I told her, I'm terrified of this. I don't know if this will happen. I'm just so desperate about getting the car. I don't know if this will ever happen. I'm just like so terrified of dreaming of something that might not happen for me. It'll break me in ways I can't even imagine and all of that. And she just told me, if this is going to be your mentality, it's never going to happen. You just keep doing what you can do and stay aligned with what is meant for you. Don't focus on how it will happen, when it will happen. You just stay aligned. You just keep believing that this will happen for you, and you never know, it might just happen. If you can believe and convince your brain that it's not gonna happen and it may not happen, why not just try believing and telling your brain it will happen? And if it happens, it happens. And that day I started making my brain believe that I already bought a car. So I would every day tell myself, I bought a car, I bought a car, I bought a car. And for initial few days, my brain was just trying to keep telling me it's not possible. But every time my brain would try to tell that to me, I would just stop right there and be like, no, it is possible. I got my car this year. I got my car this year. I got my car this year. And I don't know if any of you know, but I do gratitude journaling every day. And every single day I would meditate for 10 minutes and I would visualize aligning myself to the car. I would just in my mind make a picture where my car is standing there and I'm just walking towards it. Every day I'm walking a little closer. And before I even knew it, I started believing so strongly in my brain that I bought a car. It didn't even feel like I didn't have a car. I felt like I bought a car. So basically, I wrote in my journal every day, I feel grateful that I bought my own car in October 2025. Now, the day I decided that I will buy the car is mid-Feb or something, because that is when we went to Vaksana Farms. Now, if I have to buy the car by October, I have to book the car and save money and give the down payment and everything and get my loan approved and everything by September. So I had like 8 months. Now, saving any amount within 8 months, knowing how my condition was, seemed extremely impossible, but I still kept believing every day, and somehow I was able to save some amount every month. Basically, I forgot to give you a small context. Now, when Sean told me any car you have to buy, you have to pay a little bit of down payment and then you have to get a loan to get the car. In my head, I was thinking, car is not a necessity for me. It's not something I need. It's my dream that I want to fulfill. So if it's a dream that I want to fulfill and anyway I have to pay the loan, I might as well just buy a new car and just pay the loan for a longer period of time. You know what I mean? Like for example, if I'm getting a car for 5 lakhs and I can pay a down payment of only 1.5 or 2 lakhs and I'm gonna pay 3 lakhs for the next, let's say 3 years or 2 years or whatever, I might as well just get a new car, pay whatever amount I'm able to pay and extend the loan for a longer period of time. So I had decided that now I'm gonna get a new car and no second-hand car, even though everybody recommended me to get a second-hand car. So I was like, whatever money I'm able to save by the end of September or whatever, before booking the car, we'll see what amount I have saved and we'll see what is the amount of loan I'll get, and accordingly we'll decide what car I want to get, right? So if it's a small amount that I was able to save and a small amount of loan that is getting approved for me, I'll get some like normal car. And if I'm able to save more money and I'm able to get a loan that is of higher amount, then I'll get a better car. So this was my idea. Now I'll come back to the money saving part a little later. So I just randomly one day told Sean, like I think it was in May or June, I told him, let's go see a car, and I really like Hyundai Santro. So we went to Hyundai and I told them, I want to see Santro, and then they said that car is discontinued. You can see for i10, which is the next small car. So we thought, okay, we'll see i10 because that might seem a bit possible for me, given i10 is a smaller car and I can try to save the money. But Venue was standing there. It was black in color. The moment I saw Venue, I was like, this car is so good. Can we just see? At that point, i10 was for 9 lakhs and Venue was for 11 lakhs or something. So I was just like, it's only 2 more lakhs extra anyway. If we are going to go for loan, might as well just, get this car. I saw only that car and I decided that Venue is what I'm getting. And weirdly, I had visualized a black SUV standing in my parking. Trust me, black is not even my favorite color to buy a car. I wanted to buy in silver. Anyway, so after that, Sean was just suggesting to go see more cars. So we saw Baleno and then we saw a few more cars and everything. September, we had decided that we are gonna book the car so that we'll get it in October. I had almost decided Baleno. We even took the test drive and everything. So I told Sean, let's just not confuse anymore. Let's not go see for more cars. I'm taking Baleno. That's it. He just told me, see, I understand you want to get Baleno, and if that's your decision, we can go for it. But just before taking your final decision, I would like you to see Kia once, Kia Sonet, which is of the same price, but it's a little bit, bigger car and with more features. So you might want to consider, just go see. If you don't like and if you want to get Baleno, you can just get. And you know what? I've not liked Kia from the day Kia came into India. Like, it just felt very Chinese-y, very like toy, like something lightweight that you can just throw away. So I told him very clearly, Kia is one brand that I would never get. No hate, just something I personally did not want to get. And I told him there is no way I'm getting a Kia, but for your satisfaction, I'll just come and see. And when I went and saw the car, I immediately fell in love with the car. I sat inside, I saw all the features, I saw the price, I just fell in love. And then we came back home and we had a discussion, and then I was like, you know what, I've decided I'm getting a Kia, because one, it is a bigger car for the same price and it has more features than what Baleno is giving for the same price. So I was like, we're getting the Kia. Again, in Kia, I wanted to get the, I think it's pearl, some pearl gray or pearl silver or something. There is white, there is silver, there is gray, there is black, green and red. And I actually wanted to get the silver one, the one that is of my laptop color, this exact same color. Any car, silver was my first choice. If silver was not available, then we thought we'll go for black. But what are the chances that that particular model that we decided to buy, there was no silver, there was only red, black, gray and white. So I was like, okay, then we'll just go for black. If silver is not there, then we'll just go for black. Remember, I told you in my visuals a black SUV came, but then I actually finalized Baleno, which is not an SUV. And then when I saw Kia, I was gonna get the silver one, and somehow everything just aligned and black was written for me. And even in my vision board, I have a car picture which is also an SUV. It was not planned at all. I just took a car and pasted it there thinking I want to buy a car. It was never planned that, you know, I'm gonna search for SUV and put it there. I think the one in my vision board is either white or silver, but in my visualization, black came, and somehow I ended up buying a black car. Now coming to the money part, it took me 6 months to save half the amount, and then I was cribbing to Sean saying, I have only 2 months, I don't know how I'm gonna save the rest of the money and get the car. It just seemed impossible. But somewhere, I'm not even joking, every cell in my body was like, you are gonna get the car in October. And I kept believing so strongly that you won't believe, work started flowing like crazy and all my payments were coming on time. The rest of the half amount that I was supposed to save, I saved in 2 months. And in between, I also lost my social media job. But I wasn't worried at all. Usually I'm such a control freak. I like to control everything. But when she told me I don't need the social media thing for a while, I did not panic at all. I wasn't scared at all. I told my friend and she was like, how are you feeling about this? And I told her I don't feel anything. It's weird that I don't feel anything. It's weird that I'm not panicking about this, because I have planned for something like this and now I'm losing this job. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I didn't feel anything. I did not have any fear at all. Somewhere so strongly in my head there was like, I'll figure out a way. I still can't believe I was that person. I was just so happy that, you know, I saved the initial amount and now everything is gonna go smoothly. Cut to next problem. Now my loan was a big problem because I don't have like a stable job. Either it should be salary based or it should be IT based, like you have to have 2 years of ITR and all that. But even through ITR side or as a salaried person, there was something missing in my papers and 3 banks rejected my loan request, including my bank where I have an account for like the past 5 years. They said loan is just impossible for you. We can't give you loan. I shattered like anything and I cried so much. I cried so much. I was just down for the entire day. And next day I woke up and I was like, you won't believe me, but this is what I told myself. There is nothing you can do about this, Ashmita. Nothing is in your control. So just fuck it and mind your own work. Do what is important. Do the work that is important for your day-to-day life. And maybe it will all just align. And you won't believe that evening I got a call from a government bank and they told me my loan is approved. The showroom again pushed my papers to another bank. Everyone, including my auditor, told me getting a loan from this bank is nearly impossible because they don't just approve loans that easily. But that day evening I got a call from that particular bank and they told me that my loan is approved with the lowest interest rate, and they asked me to come to the bank to sign all the papers and then we'll dispose the loan. So I went the next day, I signed the papers and my loan got sanctioned. Can you believe? Like, it's just so crazy how just believing that this will happen for me aligned everything and this happened. Now the next thing that happened is basically I was gonna get the car on my birthday, which is on the 4th, but then I needed to post the content on my birthday as well. So Sean was like, why don't you get it a day or two in prior, so you have the time to edit and post it on your birthday, because if you get it on your birthday you'll be busy the whole day, you know, editing and being on work, so you won't enjoy your birthday. So I was like, okay fine, we can get it a little earlier. The problem now was, after the loan got sanctioned, after I gave my down payment and everything. My car was supposed to be already in the garage. So whenever I want, I could just tell them and I could fix a date and get it. But what happened was, before I could fix a date, two people had already come and asked for the car and they wanted immediately. So the car that they had kept for me, they had already given, and my car had to come from somewhere else, right? So it could get delayed. In my head, it was like, I want to get it on my birthday or before my birthday, not even the next day of my birthday. And here is again such a crazy thing how it all aligned. The car maybe could have come on first or second or third or on my birthday as well. But what are the chances that on 30th the car landed and on 31st we got the car? I mean, we also could have decided that we'll get on first or second or third or fourth, but it all just aligned and I got my car on October 31st, 2025. I always wrote in my journal, I got my car in October 2025 and I got my car on October 31st. Even if it was the last day of October, it was on October. It's just so crazy how you let things go, you don't stress about them, you believe in it, you align yourself, you put in the work for it. The universe just aligns for you. Every single thing seemed impossible. Saving the money, the loan, the car coming on time, and somehow everything just happened. Like, it's crazy. And also, by the way, if you think that, oh, she has a husband, her husband would have paid all the bills and all she had to do was save the money. Even if that was the case, I had to save lakhs of money. It's not just like thousands of money, it was lakhs of money. But that was not the case. I pay more bills than Sean actually. So I saved all this money while paying all of these bills. I couldn't just believe how life just transformed in a span of 8 months, all because I believed that this is going to happen, all because I decided to align myself to this, all because I decided to be ready for this, and all because I decided I'm gonna let go and not control what's not in my control. So yeah, that's the crazy story of me getting my first car. This is my first car, but it's definitely not going to be my last car. I intend to buy a luxury car in the next few years, and could be delulu, but what is life without a little delusional and craziness? Because if that wasn't it, I wouldn't have come this far and gotten my own car if I wasn't delusional enough to believe that I could buy my car when I was struggling to just meet ends. If you don't believe in manifestation, visualization, please take this as a sign and start believing in it. Start believing that you are, and things will just fall into place. I don't think anybody would get what this means to me. Like, this has been the only big dream I dreamt of, and can't believe I fulfilled it. Can't believe I did it. Can't believe that, I left my house with nothing and today I have everything I've ever dreamt of. Can't believe once my family who said I will never get anywhere. Watch me now. Watch me get higher and higher and higher. This wouldn't have been possible without you guys. I love you all so much. Like this video, share this video, and also please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm gonna try to be consistent. I have a lot more story times. Yeah, I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.